All right, so there come moments in this game, obviously many of you already know, where 2K basically wants to shut you down, right? And by shut you down, what I mean is it gets to a point where the momentum swing goes to the way of the computer, and they'll strip you of your ability to score, maybe even defend, or really do anything, right? So in this video, I want to show, it's probably going to be kind of lengthy, but I want to show the fact that I was just forced to miss 11 jump shots in a row. And the vast majority of them were wide open or just very slightly contested. All right, maybe one of them was actually contested because it was the clock was running down. So one or two of them actually. All right, so we're gonna move forward from here. Again, this video might be kind of lengthy if you don't want to sit through this shit. I'm letting you know now because I'm gonna go through every jump shot just to prove it. You probably believe me anyways, but I just want to show it, right? All right, so we coming down right here. Step back, pass it, dip, dip, boom. Got a guy over here in the corner. Now he's wide open, and his three-point shooting is in the high 90s, right? And obviously he tricks it. Moving on, they get the rebound, come back down. They trick, get the board again, trick again. We come down, fade away. Now this is slightly contested. No, this is wide open, right? Whenever I do this right here, because that's just how the post game works in this game, especially with a great post player. So he tricks that, get the board, pass it off, dish it off again. Look at this. Now he's wide open again. All right. Tricks that. He's a high 90 attribute shooter. All of these dudes I'm shooting with, all of them, right? Tricks that. Get a board again. Come in, lay it up. All right. Now I didn't say I didn't score it all, but I'm just showing that I missed 11 jump shots in a row, and the vast majority of them were just basically wide open or very slightly contested. All right. Let's keep going. That's how this game works, man. And I've shown that on this channel over and over again. That 2K, whenever it has its own agenda, it doesn't matter. Nothing else really matters. This, believe it or not, was registered as wide open, right? Believe it or not, it registered as wide open. And another trick, all right? And keep in mind, when a shot register is wide open, your ability to make it is going to be rated based upon that because the game is registering that you are open, right? You get the board, come down again. Look at all these misses. I'm not even counting. I probably miscounted it, but if you're looking at it, you count the shit, right? But it's a lot of them. That's just the whole point, right? Keep in mind, I still got the lead through all of this, which is probably why I was forced to constantly miss these jump shots like this, right? Because I was busting their ass by like a dub. So 2K does this when they want computer to have an opportunity to stay, to stay in the game. They'll just send you on a tricking spree. You can't make anything all of a sudden. Even though you're shooting with all top tier shooters, right? No, hold on. I just want to take that back just to show you my greatness. Bust that man's ass. All right, but anyway, keep it going. Went to the line, of course, because I'm great like that. All right. Is that on? Okay, that was computer that got that bucket. I felt like right here, I was being somewhat, restricted in my ability to block it, but it's fair enough to me, so I ain't sweating it. Come back down. All right, we got that bucket. We didn't even shoot that. Get the camera over a little bit for y'all niggas, man. This shit is unbelievable. Well, I mean, in 2K, nothing is really unbelievable at this point. Everything is what it is, man. All right, now this is probably slightly contested, but he was open enough. Goddamn it, especially to be such a great shooter, you're supposed to make that, especially after missing so many times. All right, okay, now they came down, bust ass, got a bucket. This is wide open, right? Look at the release. Look when the release came, right? There's no defense there. That registered is wide open. He tricked that too. This is how this game works, man. Come back down. We kind of botched the play a little bit, so I had to spin the ball around a few times. All right, spin out the post again. Pass. Now this right here, this is something I wanted to touch on in a whole separate video. So I'm gonna kind of breeze through it. Right here, I'm direction passing this man right here, right? And you know where I'm directing him to. I'm trying to direct him to the court. But when I pass it to him, they force this catch animation to where he could not fall into the pass and get to the bucket, right? This was done deliberately. They wouldn't allow him to just run and take off to the basket. The algorithm wasn't going to allow him to just move like that because we had an easy bucket. So they forced him to even kind of go back a little bit to catch the pass. So now, where if I had passed it to him and he just went to the basket, that would have been an easy scoring opportunity, right? So the algorithm, they register that, they understand that. So what it does is it makes them slightly fall back instead of just catching it going forward, right? That's all under the control of the algorithm. I know on my end this was a bad this is a bad pass, right? And I thought about that during the play, right? So I botched that one. I fucked that one up. All right, continuing. Now this is the one right here that was contested at 42% coverage, right? Even though he ain't got a hand up and he's off on the side, it was contested at a 42% coverage. But either way, we tricked that too. Get the ball again and trick that too. And keep in mind, this registered as, what was that, a 17 or a 12% coverage? Don't ask me how I remember these numbers, I just do. But it was when when the coverage numbers are in the gray letters and the gray percentages, that means that it was a weak coverage, right? It was a low coverage. When it's in the red numbers and the red percentages, that means that it was a good shot contest, right? So like if it's in a 70 or something, 80 or something, it's gonna say red. I mean the writing is gonna be red. That means they were draped over you, right? This was not. This is a weak coverage, and we tricked that also, right? So get the ball back. This was a low coverage also because why? He doesn't have his hand up. The ball is released already, right? I'm already at my peak, right? So release, trick again. Keep doing. We're going on over 8 minutes. So it's been 8 minutes, right? Really, it's been a lot longer than that because I'm fast forwarding through a lot of this shit. So we basically down there and went a whole quarter without making a jump shot. Trick that again, right? And you know what this is. You know what this is. That's a low coverage percentage also. But look at the shot release before he got a hand, really up there, right? So that's another slightly contested shot. And we tricked that too. He got the tip back. Luckily, in all of these, in some of these plays, we're getting putbacks and we're getting layups and dunks. But that was the last one. All right, if you counted that, I counted it at 11. I'm sure I probably was off by 1 or 2 or 3, whatever the fuck. But either way, I just showed the shit, right? All right, that is incredible. That is absolutely fucking absurd. That you could just go on a tricking spree like that. And it really doesn't make any sense. Right? Now, let me go and show you our attributes. Alright? This is the main guy I play with right here. Alright? Mid-range, 98. Let me zoom in on this shit for you. Hold on, man. Mid-range, 98. 398. Post fade, 97. Post moves, 85. Right? So you know what kind of shooter he is. You got 33 points, been busting ass, but that little tricking spree, it took it down to 50% field goal percentage. The man had missed damn near all throughout the first quarter, right? This guy, I bought him in through the draft. Mid-range 99, 3-point 99, right? Free throw 99. Bought him in through the draft. Mid-range 96, 3-point 94. All right, these are the only 3 guys that I was shooting with. You understand? These are the only 3 guys I was shooting with. Yeah, you seen Zion, he on my team too. Don't be hating. But yeah, so you see it, right? That's how this shit works. 2K can turn you on, it can turn you off, it could it's like it could completely just shut you down, right? So you're playing, you're doing everything that you think you're supposed to do. You taking the right shots, you taking wide open shots, you spinning off the shoulder, out the post with the fade, you doing your thing, and you got players who, according to their attributes, are capable of doing these things at a very high level of efficiency, right? In which any other game they are. But in this game right here, let me see, because they're trying to keep computer close in, right? So our biggest lead on them was a 16-point lead. All right? Now it's down to what? Now it's down to 12. Now it's down to a 12-point lead. It really would be up to a 20-something point lead. Right? Probably even a 30-something point lead if we just had made 40% of those shots, probably. Somewhere around 50%. Right? But we tricked every single one of them. Back to back to back to back at least 11 times in a row. At least 11 times in a row. All right? That is how this shit works. Anyway, peace.